Let's now look at levels. We call level because it is a staggered route. The whole route package, we have routes that are low and routes that are deep behind. And so we call it levels because of that. Now, we can use one word to change who is short and who is deep and vary up the levels concept. And what we do with levels is we like to pick on the inside linebackers with this concept, get them involved in coverage. A lot of times these guys are not really good at pass coverage, and so the levels concept takes advantage of their inability or their lack of spending a lot of time with pass coverage. Okay? Now, we in the hitch route, we spend a lot of time talking about throwing the hitch to the wide receivers, and that's usually where the ball will be to the wide receivers. However, with levels, more times than not, this ball is going to go to our slots. And because they are aligned closer to the linebackers, that's naturally who we want to get the ball when we want to start attacking them. So let's look at this. We've lined up in this formation. And if you remember the names of the positions, here's the X, here's the Z, this is the S, and this is the TED. So the TED has come from over there to here. This tells us it's an early rip. And our call is going to be 60, and we're going to run trace. All right. Uno, dos, and tres. Those Spanish numbers tell us who is going to attack the linebackers. Who is going to go and try to attack this level of the defense? Is it the first receiver? Is it the second receiver? Is it the third receiver? We always start by teaching levels out of a trips look because this is the most common look we will use, and we will teach trace, the third receiver, to attack the linebackers. All right, so we got early rip, 60 trace. And again, just for purposes of clarification, it could be 90 or it could be 50. It could be any of these protections. All right, so let's look at what we have here. When we run trace, we want the Sam attacking the linebackers in the box. I'm sorry, Sam, but the slot attacking the linebackers in the box. He will run a five-step stem with great speed, and then drop his hips, and he will attack the linebacker nearest to him. Now, we don't want him running in there and trying to run over the linebacker, but if you notice, in defenses, there is a void, there is a space in defenses where no one is occupying. Here is one of those voids in between the Sam and the Mike. There is space here that we want to attack. There's also space here that we want to attack. So we want to look at the defensive structure and determine where do we want to attack. Well, this is the easiest, shortest throw into a space where no one is occupying. So we will early rip 60 trace. The slot receiver pushes up 5 steps as fast as he can and then sets down. He wants to be going at he wants to attack this level of the defense and then just turn and sit. That's all he has to do. The TED, the number 2 receiver, again, we're running levels. He has to run a leveled route off of this. Well, if he's running the short route, he naturally has to run the deep route. And so we will push vertical with him till we get to a depth of about 12 yards, and then he runs a dig. And you can see that we have leveled the second level of the defense, the linebacker level. Over here, the Z will push up for 5 steps, and he will run a 5-step in. So we have 2 5-step ins, and we have a dig route at 12 yards. And we have different levels of receivers vertically and horizontally that is going to attack. The quarterback, pre-snap, he sees this window. He's going to take 3 quick steps. He'll deliver the ball. If by chance the Mike were to work to him and take this away, then we know that within his vision from where he is, just directly behind, we have the dig coming across. If by chance the Sam linebacker were to turn and run with this dig and take it away, we now have the Z coming back inside. So when we call trace, we're actually saying that this is the guy we want to throw to. This is the one we want to throw to. And if for some reason they cover him, because there's a void there, if they work someone post-snap to that void, then we have another option and another option. So this is how trace looks. Now, over here on the back side where there is the X receiver, we haven't told him anything to do. He's not part of this. So if he does not hear anything at all, he'll just take it vertical, try to take the corner and safety with him, and try to occupy 2 defenders. Now, the other thing that we will get into is we can tag the X, give him a route to run, and allow the quarterback to pick a side that he likes. And we'll start getting into that.